Greetings, 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 peace and power, peace and blessings to everyone. We thank you so much for joining us again at Seti Saturday, Seti Saturday, December the 30th. December the 30th. We're looking for that. We don't want that going off in here, beeping and stuff. Anyway, December the 30th, the end of the year, the end of the year. We are so excited. We are looking forward to all the wonderful things that are anticipated for 2024. Can you believe it? Another year is yet coming to an end. But if you have been tuning into us and following us, then you already know what time it really is. You should be. You should be moving yourself, positioning yourself to be in the right place at the right time. 2024 looks just that promising. Are you ready? We're ready over here at Seti Inc. We're ready. And those who are with us are ready. So you need to get with us. Or if you don't want to get with us, you need to get ready anyway, because, things will be happening and they'll be taking place regardless of what you and I necessarily think, because movement and mechanisms are already set and in motion. The future is already here. So once again, we thank you for coming on to the broadcast today. Seti Saturday, December 30th. We say we invent tomorrow, today at Seti Inc. www.tasetiinc.com is the website. You can definitely check it out. You want to get in contact with us directly, customer service at tasetiinc.com is the way to do that. Now, just a little bit more about us. We are management consultants. We are business. We do business. We're business advisors. We are involved in digital economics. We teach and educate on digital financial literacy and decentralized cryptocurrency investment. We also have a number of other services, which are all listed on the website, but to hone in on four major categories, that would be management consulting, strategic planning. This is really developing the guidelines, the apparatus, the structure for your business or for your home, family, office, or for your personal life, even in terms of what you might be trying to achieve. We then do number two, wealth creation and financial development. We specialize in alternative finance. The decentralized industry is one of those things we talk about a lot because there's a lot of opportunity, a lot of potentiality in the decentralized world. But there are also several other things in the centralized spaces, like utilizing retirement funds in such a way to benefit you or your business, which don't penalize you, that we handle in terms of alternative finance. Number three, wealth management. Once you make some money, you then need to manage it so that it makes you more money, right? This is what we want to be able to do. None of us, right? I remember a long time ago, a gentleman saying to me something like, I work to live. I don't want to live to work. Think about that for a second, right? We work to live. We work because we want to have the things needed and necessary to make our lives comfortable, to enjoy lives, to take care of our families, etc. But let's face it, nobody wants to live to work. Just all you do is work, 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 work yourself to death, right? Work until you drop dead, right? We don't, that's not what we look forward to. And so wealth management puts us in a position that is not what our lives turn out to be. And that certainly has been the lives of many human beings on this planet. Number four, wealth security. Once we are able to earn and garner some wealth, we then need to protect it from all the entities and people and bodies that want to get at our wealth. We want to protect it. So these are just some of the pillars of our business. You again can check us out at www.tasetiinc.com for more details there. Please, please, please make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you share because we are giving information to the masses to change the dynamics, to change the realities, to change the conditions that most of the people, the masses of us on the planet face today. No matter what country you live in, no matter, to a certain degree, what social class you belong in and these sorts of things, if you're not really on par as being considered one of the elite or one of the proxy elites, then you are maybe part of the masses. And if you are part of the masses, then you are being relegated to slavery, right? There are new forms of slavery. Debt is slavery. If you're in debt, you are a slave. This is a fact. Debt is slavery. And it is a tool that is used to continue to subjugate the masses of the people. We must break these shackles that exist upon the masses of the people, us throughout the world. This is our goal. This is one of the things that we are here. And the reason why we come and bring this broadcast to you is because we seek to enlighten the people. Now, I want to talk today. This is, by the way, part 2 of our broadcast. Why should you be in DeFi? Why should you be in decentralized finance? Why should you be involved in decentralized finance? Now, if you're just joining on with us, you got to go back and check out our previous broadcast where we break down a lot of the definitions to these things. But in part 2 of why should you be in decentralized finance, and make sure you go back and look at part 1. I believe that was done December the 16th in that edition there. But you want to go back to that so that you're more in tune with what's being here delegated. Because what we want to do, right? We want to absolutely and in a most concretant way prove to you and give you the power to prove to other people that this world of decentralized finance is something you just absolutely need to be doing. You absolutely need to be involved in decentralized finance. You don't have to stop anything else you're doing, but you need to be involved in decentralized finance because of the following things we're getting ready to show you. Now, I want to start off with giving some information now about this thing called an ETF, which has been talked about a lot lately for several reasons. I'm going to tell you what some of those reasons are. But an ETF, an exchange traded fund. Now, I'm going to read the definition. It is a basket of securities that trades on an exchange just like stock does. ETF share prices fluctuate all day as the ETF is bought and sold. This is different from mutual funds, which only trade once a day after the market closes. Now, here's what we want to consider with these ETFs. Number one, they are a bundle, if you will, of securities often. But now, what's really, really important for us to understand is there is a move, there is a push to change the nature, if you will, of an ETF, which is an exchange traded fund that has bundled securities, right? Bundled securities that are then traded on the stock market, just like stock, right? Stock has a up and down movement all day long. The same thing here is the case with exchange traded funds, right? So what's unique and what is going on is that major investment corporations, we're going to talk a little bit about one of them, BlackRock, and others, Grayscale and other companies, have filed with the SEC of the United States government for them to have the ability to create these exchange traded fund mechanisms utilizing decentralized finance such as Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is not a security. It is not a security. It is not a security. It is a decentralized financial instrument. And currently, these big major investment firms, BlackRock having $1 trillion, a trillion. Look, there are some nation states, countries that do not have $1 trillion in gross domestic product. They don't have $1 trillion of capital. There are nations, many of them, that do not have $1 trillion of capital. This corporation, BlackRock, has $1 trillion under its management. And it now wants to be able to get into the decentralized financial game. I want you to think about that because it's to the point of why should you get involved, right? We're going to talk a little bit more in depthly about this because this is very, very significant going into 2024. This is huge going into 2024. Listen, you don't want to miss this. Listen, make sure you like, share, subscribe, share this with your friends and family. If you want to change in your financial life in 2024, you should be listening to Seti Saturday every Saturday. If you missed the show, go back, spread the word. We're giving the information for the masses to be able to change lives. Now, look, this company, BlackRock, right? American multinational investment company. It is the world's largest asset manager with 9.42 $9.42 trillion in assets this company has under its management, under its umbrella. Yeah, huge, right? Huge. And their impact, even in not only decentralized finance, but markets in general. We're going to dig into BlackRock and some of the things that people say about them and etc. We're going to look and take a look at those things, but not today. Today, I just want for you to understand what's going on right now. The Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States, the SEC, is got to make some rulings coming up next month, January, which are looked to have mammoth implications into the decentralized world across the board. We'll talk a little bit more later about why that is. But if things go the way that most people think they will, it's going to have a major impact. There are a number of influences that will take place coming up soon, 2024 in particular, that are going to make things just extremely bullish, right? So if you don't know, the bull market, and a bull market, for those who might not know, is a market in which there's more money, more liquidity, more activity. It is robust, right? The bull market is underway. It is here. I'm saying it. Many others are saying it. Some are like, oh, I don't really know, but I'm telling you it's here and it's going to be phenomenal. This is, in fact, slated to be the biggest decentralized crypto bull market that there's ever been. That's the possibility that we're talking about in 2024. And that's why this ETF thing and that's why this BlackRock thing is important, because they are playing a role in some of the impact of that which is getting ready to take place. Now, here is really some of the backdrop story, though, that's very, very important. And again, the question you should be asking yourself is, why should I be involved? Why should I get involved in decentralized finance? And this is why we're giving you this breakdown. Now, the president of BlackRock, this major mega investment corporation, as the information states, the largest investment firm in the world, right? Back in 2017, its president, Mr. Larry Fink, he called Bitcoin the decentralized cryptocurrency. He said it was an index of money laundering. Right? In other words, he's saying that, it's not good. It's not something we want to get into. In fact, it's kind of criminal. And we've heard these kind of things from other elite, wealthy people Mr. Jamie Dimon, who we talked about in other broadcasts, he said some of these things just recently. Other people have said it. Mr. Warren Buffett is noted as somebody at one point as well who didn't necessarily think decentralized finance or Bitcoin, any of this stuff was worth anything really, right? They kind of just blew it off, like whatever. So, but look what's happening. Again, why should you be in decentralized finance? 2017, blowing it off. Oh, this is just for criminals, blah, blah, blah. 220, just 3 years later, 2020, he says, well, Bitcoin has caught the attention of many people, and the cryptocurrency market uh, was relatively small compared to others, but we might want to take a look at this. He said cryptocurrency asset class can possibly evolve into a global market. Now, this is just 3 years later, 2020, right? By the way, there was a bull market in 2017 in the crypto market industry. Okay, just keep that in mind. But 2021, I think, was the next bull market. 2020, Mr. Fink is starting to look at this thing. Now, what's really going on here is Mr. Fink's client, other elite wealthy investors, they're looking at decentralized finance as well, right? And they're saying, "Hey, man, I think I'm interested in this." So Mr. Fink's clients start telling him, "Hey, take a look at this DeFi stuff. Take a look at this Bitcoin stuff, because we're interested in this and make money." So Mr. Fink starts to change his mind, change his opinion a little bit about what he thinks about, Bitcoin. Now, moving right along, in this year, 2023, Mr. Fink says Bitcoin is digital gold. Digital gold. Now, we've moved from, hey, this is some offshoot, some dirty money laundering nonsense. You just throw it in a trash can. It's worthless. Only criminals, blah, 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 right? Into digital gold. We all understand what gold is, right? Precious metal, high value commodity, gold. Bitcoin is known as digital gold. Massive store of wealth. We'll get into definitions about these things a little later. But again, since we're ending the year, going into 2024, what's important, family? What's important, guys, is you got to get in. You got to get involved, and you should be calling us. Now, you can do whatever you want, call whomever you want, but I tell you that our clients are getting happier and happier month by month because they're beginning, many of them who never even knew anything about crypto, never had a wallet, never utilized it, never did anything. They're learning, they're growing, they're being educated, and they're growing wealth. This is true and this is happening, and we will be pushing and working diligently to continue to make it happen. Now, why should you be involved in decentralized finance? Why is Mr. Fink and his major mega company, BlackRock, wanting so badly to get involved? They want to get involved. They're pushing the envelope. They are making noise. There have been lawsuits by companies like BlackRock, Grayscale, against the SEC for not allowing them to do these things. They sued the SEC, the governmental agency. They sued them, and Grayscale won. So what I want you to understand here is that the big money that was scoffing at cryptocurrency and decentralized finance, because this thing is our thing. This thing, decentralized finance, it's the people's thing. It's for you and me. It's for the average everyday person who wants to change their wealth. And the wealthy elite, they didn't care about it. They didn't believe in it. They didn't want a part of it at all. But it's too big to ignore. It's doing too much. It's too powerful. It's making and has made so many average everyday people wealthy. It cannot any longer be ignored. So now here comes the big money wanting to get in. And by the way, this is hugely significant because normally we follow the elite, we follow the big money. Poor people follow big money. Poor people want to get rich. Poor people think that wealthy people know how to be wealthy, so poorer people follow wealthy people, but not this. This technology of blockchain and the power of decentralized finance has changed the game. The game has now changed. You and I have a place in the game. You and I have a place in the game. You and I have a place in the game. And going into 2024 will enthusiastically make us powerful if we are doing the right things. You right now have the opportunity of being in the right place at the right time. You're in the right place at the right time. If you're here listening to us right now, you're in the right place at the right time. You must now strike while the iron is hot, as they say. Now, as we're moving to concluding this, right? Because here's the point. I'm going to just show you a couple of things, right? Very, very important. Now, this cryptocurrency thing is an asset, right? What is an asset? An asset is anything of value or resource that can be converted into cash. We're going to have some information about what cash is, what currency is, what money is. These things are not necessarily synonymous. They are related. They're not necessarily synonymous, but for right now, the point is understanding an asset. Gold and silver are considered really great assets, right? So an asset is something of value that does have the tendency to grow its value. It can also lose value, right? Gold and silver go up in price, they come down in price. Real estate asset can go up in price, it can come down in price. But generally, we see these things having evolving and growing price structures. So, what's important for us to understand is that being in the right place at the right time right now with decentralized finance and cryptocurrency is putting us in the position of owning an asset that has an exceptional growth potential. Let me say that again. Right now, and it always has, right? But right now, more than ever, the potential growth of the asset of cryptocurrency may be possibly bigger than we've seen yet, than ever before, right? Now, I just want to just show you some charts here, give you some indication. This is Binance Coin, right? Some people thought Binance Coin wasn't going to work out after the U.S. government went after Mr. Sisi. I guess he's the former president now of Binance, and so Binance was trending upward until that event happened. Then there was a little uproar and the price went down. But Binance has been going ballistic these last few days. When I started kind of looking around at Binance just a few months ago, Binance had went all the way down. It was Binance in the last bull run I think went up to 600 plus in terms of its value per unit, and it went all the way down to 200 something dollars, 206, 220 something. It was floating around there, kind of going sideways, et cetera, et cetera. But it exploded just a few days ago. Went all the way up, I think, beyond $330 a unit. You can see based on the chart what Binance Coin has done. What's the point? What's the point, Bay? What's the point? The point is, if you have the asset right now and you're in DeFi, and in particular, if you're working with us, then there's so many ways for you to be blessed and benefited simply by just having the asset. So people who had the asset a few months ago when it was valued at $206, they just made, something like 33%, 33% just having the asset. You understand? The asset grew by roughly 30% in just a few days because that's what assets do. Now, this is an asset that is fairly easy for the common everyday man and woman to get. Why should you be in DeFi? Easy access. It's a little more difficult maybe to get gold or silver. And then if you got gold or silver, if you want to convert it to cash, that's a whole nother thing to think about how you do that. But decentralized finance and crypto, relatively easy to manage, to get, and to exchange into whatever money or currency, not money, whatever currency you might happen to have. You got pesos? No problem. You can exchange your Bitcoin for pesos. You got US dollars? No problem. You can exchange your US dollars for Bitcoin. You got euro? No problem. You can exchange your euro for Bitcoin, right? Easy access. Here's another chart. This is a Bitcoin chart, right? Bitcoin as well, right? Going sideways, not really, almost a year and a half. Bear market, Bitcoin kind of suffering, not really making any moves, very difficult for investors to figure out what's going on. Traders, nobody knows. People scratching their head. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody understands what could happen. And all of a sudden, bang, roughly about 60 days ago, Bitcoin breaks the $30,000 resistance level, has not gone back. We don't expect it to go backwards at all. It's now looking to break this $43,000 resistance. It is bouncing back and forth. Generally, 44 to 41, bouncing back and forth. But we look for continued bullish reality with Bitcoin. Again, what's the point? It's an asset. It grows. If you owned it at 25, depending on obviously mathematically on how much you owned, you made a profit at 42. You understand? If you owned it at 25, no matter how much of it you own, by percentage, you made a nice profit at 42. So here's the thing, right? We're saying to you the question, why should you be in DeFi? Because if you're not, you're missing the greatest opportunity possibly that the world, that people, that in particular, the average everyday man and woman has ever seen in our lifetimes and the lifetimes of generations before us has ever seen in terms of what can be achieved. And we're talking about the change of global power in terms of everyday average people now having a vehicle, an instrument, a great blessing of blockchain and decentralized finance to change life. Family, I hope this has been inspiring for you. I hope this has been educational for you. And even more so, I hope you join us at www.tasetiinc.com. Check out the website, schedule a consultation, customer service at tasetiinc.com, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe here. Check us out on our Instagram page. We will continue to bring you powerful information to change the lives of people. Thank you so much. We wish you a happy new year. We're looking forward to big and brighter things, big and better things. Get with us so you too can have your share in the wealth that this awesome, most inspiring, most powerful technology of blockchain and decentralized finance is providing. Thank you so much, family. Peace and power to you. Enjoy your Saturday.